Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how I edit this photo. So I actually took this photo back in 2012 when I spent a couple months in South Africa on a life-changing, amazing trip. This was taken in the town of Patterson in a little aftercare center place called the SIPO. Now, the aftercare center, just to give you a little bit of background, is a place for the kids to go after school so they don't go home hungry. This is a township. This is in South Africa. It is a very poor place, and I was blessed to go there and take some pictures. So I want to show you how I'm going to edit this photo. So let's jump right in. First, Command J. Well, let's get in Photoshop. Command J to add a new layer. You don't want to edit on the background layer. I preach this all the time. You cannot actually erase something if there's an issue. So if we go here and boom, there she goes. She's starting to disappear. I don't want that. So let's just, safety's sake, go up to layer 1, turn it back on, and let's start. I want this in black and white. I've already actually edited this photo before, and it is part of a portrait series from Africa that I did a while ago that I have these huge, amazing prints from. So let's go ahead and go up to Hue Sat and take it all the way down. Normally, call it good, but how flat does that look? It's just like, whop. So what I'm going to do is from this layer, Shift Command N, new layer mode, go down to soft light and tap on fill with soft light neutral color 50% gray. So this is a great way to edit the photos. I'm not actually looking to retouch her. I want to keep her as raw as possible. I just want to give the photo some life so it doesn't look so flat. I think she is beautiful in every way, and everything on her face, every mark, the way her lips are, her eyes, that stare that she's giving me, it's perfect. I don't want to change that. I just want some contrast. You could just tap on brightness, contrast, and the adjustment, go from there and get somewhere. But I really want to do this on a more fine-tuned level. So trash it. Let's go back to layer 2. At the end, I might add a little bit of overall contrast, but for now, let's see where we can go. Actually, my partner on this trip, Ashley, who I went to college with, actually taught me this trick. So shout out to her. I use this literally all the time, and it's incredible. First thing that you want to start with is B for brush. That's the shortcut to get to your brush. You want to keep it, I'm going to do some basic overall adjustments, and then I'll go in more and kind of make it pop with some little fine-tuned tweaks. So this is fine right now. Hardness, you want it 0, and then opacity, I'm going to go ahead and tap on 1 to get me down to 10%. And we are on the black color because I want to start making things darker. I'm going to just start painting right in these shadows. Just honestly follow the light. Where you see dark, paint dark. Where you see light, paint light. So we're just going to go in and make it a little darker around her hood here. Alrighty, so always check your progress on your way. You may get going and it doesn't look perfect. That's okay. You can always go back. So yeah, I actually really like that. Let's say I do make an error, and instead of hitting Command Z 1,000 times, what I'm going to do is uncheck all of these layers, tap on B, hold down Option so I can select this gray color, and then I'm just going to literally go up to 100 and paint that right out. And no adjustment would have been made. See how right here nothing changes? Super easy way instead of just trying to go back and clear your history. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I want to keep that. So there we go. All right, let's get those back up so I can see what I'm actually doing. And now let's start with them eyebrows. I love it. So tap on D to get you back to the black color. And we moved our opacity up to 100 just to erase, but I'm gonna go back down to 10%. And let's just start brushing over the eyebrows to make it darker. And I'm literally going to just brush on her face where the shadows are. That's all I want to do. That can be a little dramatic, so let's get rid of that and take our opacity down to 5%, and then let's see how we go. All right, so let's zoom in here real nice and close and look at those lips. I'm jealous. And just start painting away. I just want to make it dark. Paint right here in the not the crease. It's not a crease. It's a separation of two lips. So let's do that. Beautiful. And we want to go right in here. Actually, let's go up and paint on her hood some more. It's just kind of a flat gray, so I'm going to make it dark. I'm going to go back up to 10% and paint on this sweater that she's got on. I'm using a Wacom tablet, so it makes this a lot easier if you're trying to use a trackpad or something, or a mouse, an external mouse or something like that. It's difficult because you're not getting that nice flow that you can get with just pencil on a tablet. Yeah, that looks good. I already like it. Let's just go really dramatic for the purpose of this video. I would definitely invest in a Wacom tablet if you're looking to do this professional, because it will save you a ton of time and everything looks a lot better, in my opinion, on a Wacom tablet. You can barely even see because it's just so natural. Sometimes, you know, I'll hold down Option and just tap on the eyeball just to see where I'm going, so it's kind of a funny outline of a face right now. And now let's go ahead and zoom in and switch over X to our white brush. Painting on white, we're still at 0% hardness, 10% opacity, and I'm going to go in very carefully and just paint over the white in her eyes. You can actually see, if I zoom in pretty close, this is me, and these are all the little kids standing around watching me take her photo. These kids were crazy awesome. Oh my gosh, they were just so excited to see like someone else there. And honestly, I thought I was going to have a really, like, you know, culture shock moment going there, which, you know, I totally did, but I showed up to this township and they're like blasting Jason Derulo dancing, and I was like, what in the world? Okay, let's zoom out and check on our progress. Cool. Now I'm going to switch over to black and paint in the dark side. Come to the dark side. All right, give some pop around those eyes. Oh, beautiful. Just around here. That's so awesome. And right underneath those lids there. And let's see what we're getting at. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. So we're literally changing this photo in a very non-deconstructive way. And we're adding all of this beautiful contrast to the image just to give it some life. All right, let's go some more with this. All right, let's paint. Oops, no, Command Z, did not mean to do that. On black, X to white. Getting that forehead right on the center of her nose, give her highlight, come in on these cheeks, and painting here a little bit on her chin. One thing that you can really do to make this pop, we just painted black through here. Now we're going to go back and paint in the highlights. Boom. And let's just get a little bit of good stuff there. Switch back to black, paint down here. I mean, you can go as far as you want. Considering this is a very like journalistic type of approach, I am not going, it would be not wise to actually start, you know, removing the little imperfections on her face. So look at that. That is so funny. Okay, so hold on Option, get back to all layers and turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. Oops. Turn it on. Turn it on. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to white on the brush and just paint in a little. Let's actually go down to 5%. You see I'm painting literally at like 5% and 10%. I'll show you what it looks like if I were to go to 100. Like, you're straight up painting. Like, no, I'm not trying to do that. You want to keep it super, super low opacity. That way you're just making small changes at a time that will build up to become a big change, as you can see. Like, that's insane. All right, I want more though. So let's go back down to these eyes, 10%, and let's just get it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, on to the next eye. So you could do this for all types of photography, mainly portraits. It's really awesome to do that because it just, you can make the photo pop and it's incredible. All right, more dark around her face. I am just like going to town. All right, a little bit of black here and switch to white. I'm just going like anywhere my eye takes me where I want to add a little, I'm going there. Let's go in and add some darkness around her nose so we can make that kind of pop. I'm going to come in just a little bit tighter because I'm getting a little messy with it. Paint around here. That might be too much. We can double check when we zoom out. Yeah, that's a lot. So let's tap on this, and you know what we're going to do? We are going to hold down Option, select this gray color, and go to 100, and let's just paint that back to normal. I think that was a little extra too. Alright, let's select everything. Cool. Back in action. Alright, so back to brush, hold down or tap D to switch to black, and now let's fix this nose. Make sure your opacity goes back down. Might need to actually go to 5% for this. All I want it is just to pop a little bit. Yeah, I like it. So before and after, of course, you could go as far as you wanted with this. And now what I'll do, just to kind of give an overall adjustment, tap on your brightness and contrast adjustment up here at the top, and let's give it some tweaks. Boom, that is just incredible. I'm going to go ahead and add a new layer at the very top to merge all. Shift, Option, Command, E on a Mac. If it's a PC, you should just switch to Mac. So let's go up to Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask, and come up in here, 100, about 1%. That's kind of my like go-to setting on the sharpness. I love sharpness. Okay, tap OK. Not a huge difference, but it gives it a little pop. So that's the image. That is what I'm going to end on and show you. I will hold down Option, tap on the layer 0 to turn off all the layers, and then go back, and now you can see a beautiful photo. That's awesome. You know, you can leave it in color if you want and do very similar things to that, but for the actual portrait series that I was doing, I wanted it to remain black and white. Let me tap on Finder. So these are all the raw photos of my portrait series that I did, if my computer wants to go fast enough to load them. I think these are wonderful. You know, leave all the stuff from whatever she was eating on her face. You got Lil Wayne over here. This kid was so funny. He's so cute. I can never forget these kids. They're so awesome. I will show you my portrait series. Let's get out of here. JPEG. Nope, that's in portfolio. Asipo. Okay, I just did that. What am I doing? South Africa. Portrait series. So these are the final images that I did for my project. Let's see if I can open this up in Bridge. You know, people hate on Bridge, but I love Bridge. Bridge will always be number 1 or number 2 now, but it's still my homie. Okay, let's have a look at these. So these are the portrait series that I did. This is actually the final version of the photo that I submitted for it, so we're a little off, but you know, I took it a little further, and go as far as you want, but yeah, I'm feeling this contrast. Let's go to another picture. Oh, that little girl. She would not smile the entire time. It broke my heart. Look at that. Look at this. Like, can you get any more real? Ugh, these faces. I will never forget this trip. It was just amazing. Alrighty, so enough of me doodalling. If you want to see more of my South Africa work, head over to my website and go under the link South Africa, and you can see some portraits and journalism shots that I took while I was in country. But yeah, that's all she wrote. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let's jack up the contrast. I love contrast. Boom. Look at that. So crazy. From this to this. Hope you enjoy.